Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, hello, hello. I want to discuss therapy, y'all. I've been thinking about doing a video on therapy for a while, but I had to wait until I've been in therapy for a while to do it because I didn't want to just give my opinion and experience in the beginning of my session. So it's been over a year now. It's been about a year and 4 months, I believe. And so I'm just going to give y'all like some insight on therapy because I love therapy. I love it. One thing in the black community, therapy is like taboo. It's like, oh no, what you doing that for? You crazy. Haha. What you need to go to therapy for? Ooh, something must be going on with her. No, therapy is good for helping you be accountable, helping you stay developing yourself, helping you get through childhood traumas and triggers, and also like helping diagnose you if you have any mental illness problems. They can help you work through them and help you process things and just, oh my God, it's so much, y'all. Like, oh my God, I'm already a person who like to look up and learn stuff already before therapy, but therapy just put the icing on the cake, y'all. And I was like, it helps me really learn myself a lot for real, y'all, because in the way you move and the way you respond to stuff and certain behaviors you have, certain attachments you have can come from childhood trauma. And that's what I've been working on, just like, just healing myself and just working on breaking generational curses and working on like not repeating things I've repeated before in my past and learning how to just like heal from things and move past things. And it's also good too for people like me who I'm on a self-improvement journey, and it's like not a lot of people that I know personally in my real life that's on this journey with me. So, like as far as like friends and family and stuff, it's not many. Like it's a handful, but it's not a lot. So I have to have a therapist to talk to about things because a lot of people around you are not good to vent to. Just simple. It's not good to vent to everybody. So that's why you hire someone who's trained professionally to help you and to navigate and pinpoint, help you vent and go through and get solutions and help you solve things. It's a good thing, y'all. I'm telling you, like, I wish we was up on this. Like, oh my God, if I could rewind time, y'all, I would have been going to therapy when I was about 9 years old. Okay, I would have been going back in the day when I was a youngin, because a lot of stuff in my, I'm not blaming myself and shaming myself, okay, but a lot of stuff in my life, like I've experienced, could have been prevented if I had, therapy to teach me boundaries and to teach me how to heal through my childhood trauma. Because a lot of stuff I accepted in my past is because of my childhood trauma. Honey, it get deep. And healing and self-work is not easy, y'all. So it's not like, yeah, I'm talking about it like this now because, I'm moving past things and I'm making peace with a lot of stuff in my past, in my life. So I could talk about it, and a lot of stuff I encountered could have definitely been avoided if I just simply had boundaries and wasn't familiar with not so good things involved around me growing up. And so that's why you got to be careful what you expose your child to and how you raise them and who you raising them around. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Okay? If y'all catch my drift. So, a lot of stuff could be prevented, honey. It can. So, parents, people, young folks, college folks, high school folks, invest in your mental health, please. It's a good investment. It's worth it. Y'all got the money, so I don't want to hear about some, oh, it's expensive. I ain't trying to hear that. Because we live in a world now, the world we live in now, we is in a materialistic world. Everybody flexing, everybody flossing, everybody is out of time and on vacations and buying designer and buying all this expensive stuff and got luxury cars. We in a luxury lifestyle phase of our lives now. And everybody, y'all got money to do everything else. You should have some money to invest in your mental health. I don't want to hear about some it's expensive. Shut up, because you ain't saying that same thing when you in line at Louis Vuitton and you in Hermes line and you in line getting Cartier bracelets and necklaces and jewelry. So your mental health is more important. I don't care. Another thing that's important is your health. I'm tired of people talk about it's expensive to eat healthy. It's expensive. The gym costs too much. The next time somebody say that, I'm going to ask them, I'm going to be like, what's your favorite designer? This how you get in people's head right here. What's your favorite designer? And they going to be like, oh, well, I love Gucci, but now I love Louis too. Or I love whoever else, a Burberry or whoever. And I'm going to be like, oh, well, therapy costs way less than that. I'm going to say something like that to plant it in their mind, to get out their head, because people make excuses before they even try. But yeah, therapy is amazing, and I love my therapist. Shout out to her. And she told me she see a lot of growth in me too within this time I've been doing my sessions. And I just been working on a lot, y'all. Like I said, learning how to conflict resolution, learning about like childhood trauma of my upbringing, mommy issues, daddy issues, how to solve stuff, how to talk, through things, how to process your emotions, how to validate your emotions, how to express yourself. Like, it's a lot, and we need this badge all in the Black community, because it's a lot of stuff that we pass down to our kids that is so toxic and bad and negative, and we will paint that off as doing the best we can, or paint that off as they didn't know no better. But sometimes you just need a person in your family or corner to stand up and say, like, what you doing ain't right, But if you don't have that in everybody, enablers, it's gonna keep passing down to the family. It's gonna pass down generation after generation. So if you don't got nobody to open their mouth and say something, it's gonna keep happening. And I feel sorry for the kids. The generations to come, I feel sorry for y'all. I'm sorry. Auntie Brittany tried to save y'all. I don't know what else to do, okay? So if I'm the only trailblazer around here in these streets fighting for what's right and ain't nobody listening, I don't know what to tell y'all youngins, man. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm leading by example. And I definitely walk the walk and I talk the talk. So, young people, if you born into some BS, I apologize in advance, because it's a lot of grown people that do not need to be having sex and reproducing and creating more lives, because they are not mentally stable, and they're not financially stable, and they're not even in the right state of mind or life to be bringing kids in this world. And I see that happen so much. And I've seen this happening since I was a teenager. And that's why I always wasn't too crazy about having kids. Because I knew, like, I wanted to be stable and set my life up. Even when I was young, I knew that. But yeah. And as far as dating and therapy, when you dating a man or a woman, bring up therapy. That is part of your standard. Let me tell you something. I've been in therapy busting my ass. I've been busting my behind, honey, working on myself. So you think I did all this hard work to come and deal with some toxic man that's about to bleed into me and bleed negativity and drama and his family problems and his family trauma onto me? I know you lying. I told my therapist that. She was cracking up. She was like, you know what, Brittany, you got a point though. Because I didn't bust my behind doing all this healing, hurting, and crying, self-work, and ups and downs, emotional roller coasters to deal with somebody that's going to put me back at square one. I refuse. So talk to therapy. Talk to your partner about therapy. Somebody you potentially dating seriously, and get them into premarital counseling, or just counseling before marriage, and just counseling while y'all dating, to make sure y'all both on the same track, because that's where a lot of couples go wrong. We get too caught up in stupid stuff like looks and sex and money. Oh, he make me laugh. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he got dreads. Oh, he got a fade. Oh, she got a fat booty. Oh, her waist snatch. Oh, she's so fine. Oh, I love her Brazilian hair. Oh, she light skin. Oh, she exotic. Oh, she brown skin. We get too caught up in the wrong things and don't fully vet and get to know people for real. And then you get together with them. Then all them the childhood, them demons start popping up in their relationship, and then don't let you to marry them, and then you got kids with them. Now you in an even more worse situation. So yeah, be intentional and be smart and take your mental health serious. There was a time, y'all, I was super depressed. Like, I'm gonna do a whole nother video on my depression story, because this video is just strictly on therapy, and you should invest in therapy. And people who refuse therapy, stay the hell away from them, okay? Run fast as you can. Get your track shoes, get your high heels, get your construction boots, and run. Because people like that, they like to stay in that mindset, and that means they mentally off. Because what person you know don't want to get better and improve themselves? People who want to stay victims and want to stay stagnant and stuck. Some people don't like to improve because it's too much work. It hurts to improve. So, I think that's it. Honey, I'm on the couch, very much relaxing, like I do. Getting my relaxation on. And, yeah, and if you know that you was, excuse me. You know that you was a product of dysfunction, a dysfunctional family, and you don't have nobody to lean to or go to that's healthy-minded and can give you positive feedback and not criticize you and not judge you, I definitely recommend you get therapy, because you need somebody to talk to and have an outlet to talk to. Don't get on social media telling all your business. Get a therapist. And, just be mindful, y'all. Especially people with children. People with kids, definitely, both of the partners should definitely look into doing that and putting their children in it too. And also, oh God, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm gonna have to make a part 2. Also with therapy too, it teaches you how to express yourself and say stuff. Like say stuff to people. Like all the time. It's a lot of stuff. And I love it. I love it. And I'm never gonna stop going, because it's always room for improvement. And I go a couple times out the month, and we just chit chat, and she helped me with stuff I'm going through, and she held me accountable, and she always asking me questions, and she give me homework to do, and I do my homework, and that's it. I wish I would have been with y'all as a teenager, but especially like back in the day, and back in my day in the early 2000s and mid late 90s and stuff. Well, the late 90s, I was like maybe 10 or something. But I mean, like the 2000s when I was a teenager, I definitely wish I would have went, because like, oh my God, y'all, there's so much stuff. Like, parents don't understand how certain circumstances affect their children, because the parents not even aware of what the kid going through, because sometimes the parents be so stuck in their own dang on world. And it's like so much stuff, like when you can't express how you feel as a child, and you always silenced and stuff, and you always told you talk too much, and you saying too much, and you always think you know something. Like, that's not good, to not let your kid express themselves. And that's what make your kid act out and be angry. That's how I was. That's definitely how I was as a teenager. So, yeah, it's the reason why your kid probably act the way they do, because they probably can't express themselves, or they don't trust you enough to even tell you, because you just shut them down or you're too strict or something. I know I went through that in my life, so yeah. Just, parents, pay attention to how you treating your kids, and pay attention to also letting your kids express themselves through anything they're going through in life. Don't silence them. Don't make them shut up. Don't make them hush. Because that didn't do nothing but make me want to talk more. And I think that's why I'm super blunt and outspoken. Because that just made me want to say what I want to say even more. And now I'll be in the room contemplating on more stuff to say on purpose. Just because I was told to be quiet when that ain't right. And the people in the church, all y'all need therapy. Because they so brainwashed in that church, them Christian people, girl, bye. Ooh, Jesus, I believe in God, but I am not about that super Christian life. They all need therapy because they so brainwashed on doing everything by the book that is toxic and dysfunctional. Some of that stuff that they taught. And a lot of them is controlling, too. They like to use that Christianity to control people and run people, but it don't work on me. I believe in God, but I'm doing what I want to do in this life. I'm going to do what I want to do in this life, that's what I'm going to say. But yeah, so invest in therapy, please, y'all. And if you got some traumas you've been holding on to for decades, and you ain't let it go, and you ain't healed from it, and you ain't worked and talked through it, you gonna project, have insecurities, have fears, have guilt, have shame, have doubt, self-loathing. You're going to have all type of stuff built up for decades. So, y'all, it's important to let that out. Once you release and let that out, it will feel so good. I'm telling you. Having just a cry session with your therapist, having just a talk session where you just going off about whatever you feel, whatever you went through, whatever, pain or experiences, happy or sad, whatever, you gotta let that out. You cannot hold on. Our bodies we are human beings, y'all. We is not meant to hold in all that stuff. We not. And that'll cause you to cope in all type of unhealthy ways when you hold in all that stuff. I'm telling you. Also, all that be strong or be the head of the house and be the root of this and that, it's a lie. Because even the strongest person needs to break down sometime, okay? So do not be believing that. Get out of that stupid mindset because it's stupid. It's a lie. Release. You got to find a healthy outlet. Work out. Something. I don't know. So, yes. And generational curses is hereditary, y'all. I'm telling you, that stuff is hereditary. The mental illnesses is hereditary too. So if you ain't got yourself right mentally, and if your man ain't right mentally, and y'all have sex to have a baby, guess who else about to be sick in the head too? Your baby. Yes. Your baby ain't exempt. Ain't nobody exempt in this mental illness game, okay? So stop thinking stuff sweet, because it ain't sweet. So get some help. Get some therapy. Talk it out. It's okay. Couple websites I know of is Black Girls Need Therapy. I think it's called blackgirlstherapy.com. And I seen one, betterhelp.com. And it's another one. I can't think of it. But just Google some counseling, y'all. Look it up. You got money to do everything else. You got time to do everything else on the phone. Get to working on yourself. See you later. Bye.